What is going on, comic book family? Welcome back to Bruce and Stephanie Comics. My name is Bruce, and before we get into today's video, which is comic book speculation recommendations, I have two quick announcement reminders. I guess more reminders than announcement. But guys, our channel memberships are now live. We announced them yesterday in yesterday's video. If you haven't watched that, go ahead and I'll put a link right up here. You guys can go check that out. We also have a 2,000 subscriber giveaway going on right now. We only have one entry so far, which is absolutely crazy. And last but not least, we are having our first ever, that's right, first ever Whatnot sale tomorrow night, which is February 17th at 9 p.m. Eastern. Guys, I'm going to have a bunch of minor keys, some bigger keys, some really fun books for you guys to bid on. So make sure you guys do not miss that. Remember, tomorrow, Thursday, February 17th, 9 p.m. Eastern, Whatnot. Be there or be square. All right, guys, today is Wednesday, February 16th of 2022. It is New Comic Book Day, the best day of the work week. And guys, you guys are out picking up your new books, and I'm already looking off into the future at Final Order Cutoff and New Comic Book Day of next week. Now, why do I do this? Now, if you guys have been watching this channel long enough, you guys know exactly why I do this. But just in case you guys are new to the channel, I do this so that way you guys have enough time to put in your pre-orders for your Final Order Cutoff books, and to also have enough time to reach out to your local LCS and tell them, hey, I was watching Bruce and Stephanie Comics comic book speculation recommendations video. I like what he had to say. I did my own research, and I would like to start and make this hobby fun itself. Before we go diving into all the speculation on Final Order Cutoff and New Comic Book Day, I need to give you guys my two weekly reminders, not four, two. My two weekly reminders, and the first one up is always going to be, guys, you have to do your own research. I am human. I have my own opinions on what I think might do well on the secondary market in the future. But you guys should always go check other comic book YouTubers you trust, other comic book websites that you trust, and other comic book apps that you trust. Gather the most information possible so that way you guys can make the best decisions possible for yourself. Because remember, you're spending your own hard-earned money on these books, not my money, your money. My last and final reminder before we jump into my Final Order Cutoff spec is that there are delays with comic books, so sometimes a book will show up multiple times on either Final Order Cutoff and New Comic Book Day because its release date was pushed, and that's going to happen today. Our New Comic Book Day spec we've already talked about, but we're going to talk about it again because it was delayed and it's the best spec of this upcoming week. So guys, let's not waste any more time and jump into all the books that have speculation on this upcoming Final Order Cutoff. Alright guys, we're going to cover every single book that has speculation on this upcoming Final Order Cutoff, which is February 20th for your DC and Scout books, and February 21st for your Marvel and all the other indie titles. Alright guys, before we dive into my cover lover picks for this week, I do want to point out one weird thing that happened when I went to Black Cat Comics, my FOC site of choice. There were no DC books under the DC Scout book section for February 20th of 2022, which is absolutely crazy. I just sent them an email asking why there were no DC books on that Final Order Cutoff list, and hopefully they get back to me shortly so that way I can comment down below and pin it at the top to let you guys know why there were no DC books on this week's Final Order Cutoff list. It is finally time to dive into our cover lover picks for this Final Order Cutoff, and the first book up is Basilisk number 8, the 1 in 25 Jenny Frison cover. I think this is absolutely stunning. Basilisk is an amazing title, and I personally have some good feelings about this book in the future. I do think this is going to get picked up at some point, so I think covers like this will do really well in the future. Next up is Venom Lethal Protector number 1, the Bill Sienkiewicz cover, and this cover is just so stinking cool. When I saw it, I was like, man, if I do not put this on my cover lover section, I think I will be missing out on a book that might do really well on the secondary market. There is a little bit of spec behind this book besides just this cover, but mainly this cover is just so stinking cool, and Venom fans, I think, are really going to love it. Alright guys, the last book on our list is Something is Killing the Children, number 21, and there's 5 covers that I think you guys might want to consider picking up for spec, and that is the B cover, the C cover, the D cover, the E cover, and the F cover. The D cover is the 1 in 25, the E cover is the 1 in 50, and the F is the 1 in 100. And the main reason why I think you guys might want to consider picking up some of these covers is that Something is Killing the Children is such a popular series that there's going to be someone who's going to pay a premium for these books because their LCS is not going to get enough of these covers for everybody, and so someone's going to want one of them, is going to miss out, and they're going to pay a premium for that book. Alright, with the cover lover books out of the way, it is time to jump into all the books that have speculation coming up on this final order cutoff, which is February 20th for your DC and Scout books and February 21st for your Marvel and Indie. So let's dive right into the 3. That's right, there's only 3 books that have spec on this final order cutoff, and they are Avengers Forever number 4. This is the reintroduction of Thor's granddaughter, the Goddesses of Thunder. Something is Killing the Children number 21. This title returns after a hiatus that began on September of 2021. And the final book that has speculation is Venom Lethal Protector number 1. This is a 5-issue limited series written by David, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, who introduced Venom with Todd McFarlane. He returns to describe additional stories from the symbiote's early days. Solicitation also seemed to hint that the series will explore the events that led up to Eddie Brock's life leading up to Dylan Brock. So this was a weird week for sure. No DC books and only 3 books that have speculation. There were my cover lover picks. I have gone with the cover lover picks in the past for my final order cutoff pick of the week. But guys, I'm going to be honest with you right now. There's no books for final order cutoff that I think you guys should go picking up extra copies of because of speculation. I really don't. I really think that you guys should save your money and wait till either next week or the following weeks to really invest in some new comic books, because none of the books really have strong speculation that you guys should go chasing. So that's my recommendation. No books this week for the books on final order cutoff. At this point in the video, it's time for me to remind you guys, if you guys are speculators, it's a good thing to have the Key Collector app. It's what I use to make my new comic book day spec picks because they gather all the information for me and they put it in a convenient place on their website or app called the Future Key section. They go ahead and do all the dirty work for me, and they put it in a nice handy list that I can go and just peruse on my leisure and find out what books I might want to speculate on New Comic Book Day. So guys, if you do not have the Key Collector app, this is my reminder that you guys should go download the app and then pay for the subscription, because man, that subscription is handy because it gets you features like the Future Key section. With our final order cutoff books out of the way, let's dive into our New Comic Book Day spec picks for February 23rd of 2022. It is time to jump into my cover lover picks for New Comic Book Day of next week. And the first book up is Catwoman number 40, the 1 in 25 Souzomaka cover. Again, another gorgeous cover by Souzomaka featuring Catwoman, the Michelle Pfeiffer version of Catwoman. And this cover is just absolutely gorgeous. I don't think it's as good as the issue number 39, 1 in 25 one that she did, but I do like it a lot, and I think this cover will garnish a premium on the secondary market. I just don't think as much as number 39, the 1 in 25 cover that she did. And the next cover up is Harley Quinn number 12, the 1 in 25 Rain Gonzalez cover. This cover is absolutely gorgeous. I already featured this book when it was on final order cutoff. It is now on New Comic Book Day. I'm telling you guys about this again because I think this book is amazing. This cover is gorgeous, and I think this book will do really well on the secondary market. And the last cover I think you guys might want to consider for speculation is Iron Man number 17, the Black History Month variant featuring Riri Williams. Riri Williams is coming to Disney Plus in the future, and that character is signed up for 17 appearances in the MCU in total, so she's going to be around for a long time, and people are going to chase covers that are just amazing with her on the cover, and this is one of them. She looks so stinking cool on this cover. I think this book will do well in the future, not immediately, but in the future. Once Riri Williams has established herself in the MCU as an amazing character, people will go chasing books just like this one. Alright guys, those are all my cover lover picks for this upcoming New Comic Book Day. What is the one and only book that I think you guys should consider for spec reasons on this upcoming New Comic Book Day? Now, I went through all the books on the Key Collector app that have speculation, and there was 32 of them, 32. And this was the only book that had first appearances in it, and then this is the only book that I really think is going to do well on the secondary market. I could obviously be wrong about that, but I think Ghost Rider number 1 is the book to go after. Now, there are 3 first appearances. There is Zeb, our dark magician. There is Talia Warroad, an ex-SHIELD agent, and the first appearance of a government agency that is tasked to investigate the Ghost Rider. Now, that's not the main reason you should go after that, even though first appearances are always great. The main reason you guys should go after this book is for the stinking amazing covers. There are so many really cool covers, and the reason I think you should go after that for that reason, because Ghost Rider's first appearance is out of reach for almost everybody. And people are gonna go chasing down some really cool covers once he hits, and there are so many good choices for this. Now this is the beginning of a new series. Maybe this is gonna be a really hot series, and that's gonna be another reason to get on board with this book. But I think the main reason is for the covers, and because he is going to be coming to the MCU, and there are going to be people chasing cool covers for that reason. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this comic book speculation or recommendation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are not subscribed, now is your time. Get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notification, and smash that like button. Now before I sign off, I just want to remind you guys again, channel memberships are live. And if you guys would like to support this channel, that is a great way to support the channel. Also, I'm gonna go live on Whatnot tomorrow night. That's right, February 17th at 9 p.m. Eastern. And you guys will have a chance to buy some of my personal books. There's gonna be a lot of good minor keys, some other major keys. It's gonna be a really great night with some awesome music, and I'm gonna be selling some awesome books. So guys, don't forget that tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Be there or be square. All right guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.